Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. We have a fun one today. A classic one. It's a good, classic, just back to form, how I like these videos to be. We got a good one. Because I'll be honest, I don't always know what I'm here to make when I make one of these videos. Sometimes they're like all over the place, we'll get there when we get there, if we get there. But this one we do actually have somewhere to go, and we've got some points to visit along the way, and we've got some things I don't want to say, and then we've got some emotional to go through, we got some confusion ahead of us. It's gonna be a really good video. Let's just kind of get to it. Up first, I want to mention the world that we're in. I'm going to be spawning little menus on accident all of the time, because it's a really cool world, super atmospheric. I got this, my my boyfriend, introduced me to this world on our first date, which went famously well. We're still together, if you couldn't tell. So it's meaningful, and my boyfriend is the reason that I'm in this video in the first place. I have some things to say, like, to him and then about him, and just, like, the circumstance and stuff like that. So it's time to put those in a video, so being in this world was especially meaningful, so that's why we're here, even though, like, the menu thing, this is gonna bother me a lot, so you'll be seeing that, and then I'll just, like, throw it off to the side, so don't mind it too much. We're really happy with this world, though, so it's nice to be here. And then the other little piece of boilerplate for us to take care of before we can begin is I have recently been transitioning into filming all of my videos live in my little community server. It's been a really good time. This one I'm filming offline because of what we're going to get to. I developed a bit of a complex in filming things in front of the community server. Yeah. That's just That's just some of what is going on. I have been filming things live, and then that caused kind of a problem, and then it stayed a problem, and so this is also kind of wrapped in on I'm doing this one offline, even though I've been wanting to do videos online. Whew. And that's something that we're going to circle back to at the end of the video. So we have to start with it, that I've been doing things live in my little community server and filming things and hanging out a little bit more, and that's been really fun. We'll come back to that. Like 30, 40, 20, however long, like a video later, we come back to that. So I had to make sure that we started with that's something I've been doing, then we'll talk more about it after we talk about everything else. Now, let's begin with what the problem is. Right now, we're going to just start with story time. So just buckle in, 10 minutes, I'm guessing, of story time. I'm literally just guessing on that. It's just going to be story time. I'm going to tell you guys a story, and in the story, something goes wrong, and then we'll talk actually, like, to heck about it. But we're just going to story time for now. And so the story takes place, it's day 4 of when I had my Discord server up for the first time, and I've been filming videos live, and I get a little bit careless. Not careless per se, but I get especially kind of loosey-goosey in the moment, filming a video, what's going to come next, film another video, and you're hanging out with people. And something that I do is think things a lot. Too much. Some people say I think too much. I don't know about that, but I do think a lot. And usually when I do not think, things go pretty well. I kind of like not thinking. And so I was especially just not thinking and following through on just emotional whimsy. Here we go, baby. And filmed a video in front of my little community server that ended up going actually a little bit poorly, which is not something I recognized until a couple of days after. And we have to take a quick detour right now. I'm not supposed to make this video. We'll get to it later. That's not exactly the language to apply, but in effect, I'm not supposed to be making this at all. So I'm like going out on a limb here right now. This is like danger, Will Robinson. So I finished the story. You keep in mind, I'm not supposed to tell you this story. And then after the story, I'm going to tell you more about why I wasn't supposed to tell you the story, and then also why I did tell you the story anyway. Then we go back to the beginning like I said we would. We got a journey for us, so now let's go ahead with the forbidden story that you're not supposed to know. And the reason you're not supposed to know it is just because the video in question is not going to see the light of day, ever. I filmed it, and based on my film style and how I like editing videos, I know, based on just the wave form, how I've structured my speech in the filming process, is that going to be a good video or not? Is that within my style? Is it worth my time editing it? Is it the right style of presentation? It's just, is this going to be a good video? From the waveform of the video in question, I knew immediately that's just not going to be a video that we need. And this video was intended to be part 2 of a series where I was talking about so far what is it like having a community Discord server. The first video in the series, if I recall correctly, was going to be, and might still be, I haven't posted that video, but it does exist. But it was a little bit more about how I'm really treasuring having that little Discord community, basically. Kind of like what it means to me and how I want to treat it moving forward. It was an excellent little first part. We'll talk about how I feel about the Discord server, and first we'll just talk about how I want to enjoy it moving forward stuff. It was a good first video. Second video in the series is I wanted to pay tribute to the person who helped it come to be, which is, of course, Spec, my dearest boyfriend, the fish. And that's because just about 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 at the most, the server's new, and it's not something I could have done 3 weeks ago. But it was when Spec said, hey, let's do this, gave me an encouraging, start the server, I'll help, and was just very much this is a step that you need, even just for my own personal growth, not even as a creator, but it's just that something he knew would be good for me, that I've always wanted a sense of community, and he helped give me the push into building the server so that I could have more of a sense of community, which was a baller move. Well done. So I made a video, or I thought I made a video, that was sweet and a little bit just, because the whole thing was he was right, because I didn't want to make a server. I'm scared of that. And then actually it turns out it's a lot of fun and it's not scary connecting with people who are watching my videos and they're wow, I want to meet Phineas Forman. It's wow, I want to meet people who watch my videos. It's perfect. It's great. It's working as intended. But I was a little bit, maybe not exactly a little bitch, but I wasn't super excited to do it. I was deeply recalcitrant. And I wanted to say in a video, thank you, sweetheart, for allowing this Discord server to be, for just encouraging it to exist. But also in a series about how am I enjoying the Discord server so far, it made sense to, here's why and how, and I'm grateful for the Discord server and grateful for the person who helped set it up and helped me be comfortable enough in myself to have it. That is a lovely premise for a video. We are happy for it. We're here for it. 10 out of 10. I, at least, hear that idea. And I was what a good, wholesome video that is. Yes. And the thing is, the heart of that video was playful. That filming session was playful. And I was brand new to having a server of people to film in front of anyone. There was 5, 6 people in attendance. It's not a big deal or whatever. But I was in a playful energy and a little bit scattered because just I get excited and scattered sometimes, really electric energy when I'm doing anything new. So I was just speaking super duper freely, and I don't think I treated that emotional seriousness of hey, thanks, sweetheart, for helping me reach this massive pivotal point. I just had a lot of levity in that moment about oh, hey, haha, giggle, giggle, thanks to the fish. And I was throwing around the word the fish a whole bunch, because that's how I often refer to him, because it's just very sweet, and it's an all-encompassing kind of a term, because, boyfriend's good, but people have boyfriends, and partner is actually really good, and I lean towards partner a lot of the time, because it's a very serious, partner is kind of an adult feeling to it, but it's not just I've had boyfriends can come and go, but this is a life partner, this one's it's a partnership, but he's really important to me, so I want to only use the most important words. But even then, people have partners, but no one else has the fish. That was just for me. And so it's really important and special, and I accidentally, I think, mistreated how special the word is by using it so casually, just throwing it out so frequently. And in doing so, I think I accidentally mistreated or misplaced how important the fish is to me. And I'm not going to posit a solution right now. I have ideas for how to move forward with all of this. We'll get to that later. You've got 20, 30 minutes of video. I don't know how long my video is going to be, but you've got time to get to that point. We're not going to worry about what do we do about this situation. I just want to say I overused the word, and I don't think I treated it the right way. I brought funny moment to something that was serious and treated my relationship as something really casual, which it's not, and my energy was not correct for the type of video I thought I was making. And then just as a quick little side note, I have since thought nonstop Actually, this has been bothering me for a very long time, pretty much every moment of every day. This one's pretty big to me. I've thought long and hard, and I don't know how to make the video that I thought that I was going to be making that day. I don't know, like, words aren't adequate to describe what I feel towards the guy I'm seeing, towards Spec. Like, I can't make a video about that. I don't have the words for it. Anyway, the problem came about when someone in that little chat, because when everyone's watching it, I don't hear what anyone else has going on. No one else can talk, but they all have like a little channel open so they can talk with themselves while I'm filming something live, and it's a fun little community vibe. And someone had made a little meme in there because I made a point of the first like 30, 40 seconds. It was a fun little video. And then I said, like, don't tell the fish. Before I can continue the video, no one tell the fish about this video. He can't watch this video. Don't tell the fish. I realize now, in making this video, I'm recreating the problem, but we'll get to it, I promise. And the whole point of that build-up, though, was that I was going to say the fish was right. And it's a cute little gimmick, a cute little gag for, like, I don't want to tell my partner that he was right. And it's true, a little bit. But it's kind of fun. Play it up, and then he was right, and it's like, oh, actually, it was a funny thing to say in a video. So I was just going for levity on that one. And one of the members had made a quick little meme, because Spec was watching the video. He was in attendance. And someone had made a meme that I didn't see until after the video. Like, was made, because I was in the zone. I didn't see it. But it was like, no, Phineas, Mr. Farmer, wait, the fish is in the call. Wait, no, Mr. Farmer. It was cute because I was talking about the fish can't see this, the fish that. So someone else made a meme using the word the fish and just treated the name I used for my partner, the very special, as a funny, because I had accidentally brought a funny energy to it. And it didn't feel right. I have to be honest right now, though, and there's like 3 things I need to be honest about, and I don't know where to start, so I'm just going to rapid fire them out. Here we go. I was absorbed in the moment, so I didn't latch on to the nastiness of the feeling until later. I didn't catch it at the moment. Also, of the members of the community, it was the one that I had grown closest to first. We had just had the first little voice chat together that he was part of, and we had a little discussion about it. So it didn't just feel like a random person, but it was someone who I felt a little closer to than Spec. So it came from a different zone, so it hit differently. And during that aforementioned voice call, the fish had been used by someone in attendance in a casual way. It sent up a small flag, a little spike of like, I don't know how I feel about that. And I was going to be measuring and watching out for it because I just didn't know. I call him the fish in my videos. And so if I'm making videos and there's a community of people who are watching videos and I use the fish, they'll use the fish. But that's really an important term. Like I didn't know how to feel about that. So I was keeping an eye out for it and I just didn't catch it in that particular instance. But it is something that I had an ear on, a system that I just wasn't sure how I felt about. But now we're going to take a hot little break. Because when you're making an apology, don't explain. Not that this is an apology, this is certainly an explanation, though. Because Spec instantly had caught on to the space that I would have reached into probably a handful of days later, as the community would catch up more on the word if it ever reached into casual speech or whatever. I was reaching the point of also being, that's not okay, like we want to stop, nip this in the bud, like this is special, like my partner is special to me, I want this as a special phrasing. And it came about super special too, because I didn't know how to refer to him in my own videos, because he was the fish before he was my boyfriend, and he was my friend, but he was more special than a friend. Like the fish was the first word I had for him, so he's still the fish. And I was going to reach the point that Spec had already reached. He was, for some reason, just more sensitive to it. Maybe as the audience member, I was wrapped up. Like, I can't say what it was. But Spec picked up right away that it didn't feel good when someone else called him the fish. That's just something that is between us. So Spec uses his words. I think it's the following day. He sends me a message. I'm at work. And He's a big boy. I'm hardly a big boy. I am barely at the point where I can start using my words. I know, I know. I use words. It's kind of my thing. It's what I do. But to people, I don't really use my words a whole bunch. I'm still getting used to it with my partner, Spec, the fish. But we'll get to it later. We'll get there. We'll get there. But he had sent me a message, just very plainly. I think it even started with, "I feel like a bitch for saying this." But explained what was going on, what he'd been feeling, what he did or didn't like why he was agitated, that it was agitating to him, stuff like that. And I'm now, you know, and it was only like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like, it's still pretty recent stuff. And I'm also reaching the point where I can be like, hey, there's something that's bothering me, and my partner's not a mind reader. So I'm going to go ahead and use my words to talk to my partner. And it's the same sorts of words that used to go into videos, but now I'm just talking to him instead of the internet, which, again, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. The important thing here is that when your partner reaches out and says it didn't feel good when this happened, you listen. Don't throw in like, oh, hey, here's why it happened. Here's an excuse. Here's, by the way, I know it was Coyote on a moped. I just give my viewer a name because he's chill and all of my people are chill. But someone who I like knew and trusted in the community, and I was busy. I hadn't caught it yet. But then also I didn't feel like, oh, hey, I promise I was going to get there in a few days. Like, that just didn't feel very good. And what feels more validating is like, oh, yeah, sure, straight up, that's a problem. I'm on board with your problem. And then he said specifically, I don't want you to make a video about it or anything. I don't want you to make a video about it or anything. He just wanted to, like, let me know that it was something he was feeling while, like, the situation developed, and we wanted to, like, kind of figure out what to do about it. He said specifically he did not want me to make a video about it. So I respect that wish immediately for like 2.5 weeks. That we're not going to make a video saying, hey, community, don't use the word anymore, because that's not the solution that Spec was after. And as it turns out, like, the community's respectful. It hasn't turned into a thing anymore. Also, I stopped using the word the fish nearly as frequently in my videos. I've been trying to use other words for it to preserve the integrity of the word, which also he said specifically in that message that he likes when I use it in the videos. So that's some manner of a problem on my end, and we're gonna get to that soon. That's part 2 of this video, and we're almost done. But that's on the way. But he wanted me not to make a video about it, so I chose not to make a video about it. And he had a solution in mind, which was just a very simple, honest. He even just put it in his profile. Hey, by the way, fish is a term of endearment. And then everyone else like, oh, hey, yeah, sure. Like, it turned out not to be a big deal. I have officially now made it a big deal, but it's not a big deal. He had the solution covered. It was fine. Everything's fine. But it's been actually just really eating me alive for the past 2.5 weeks for a few reasons. We'll start off with, and this is maybe the only one we'll hit. This is probably the biggest one. Is for me, the chapter's not closed because I didn't have a chance. I have had every chance to say everything I've said so far about, like, here's my stance, what happened in that moment. I agree with you, but here's the reasons for it. I could have said that at any point, but I wasn't very good at using my words yet. I'm still not. I'm trying. And the language I'd received from him, either in Discord message or like our brief little when we've talked about it, which wasn't very much, honestly, the language seemed to be that he was done with it. He didn't want to talk about it, didn't want to bring it up, like it was resolved enough. And a few days ago, it came up ever so briefly again, and I wanted to bring up all of these things, and it was just not the right time to bring up an old wound. I don't know if it's a wound or not. Like, I don't know. We haven't talked about it because I'm not the best at using my words. So I've just been letting it go because it's like, well, I don't need to hold on to this, but then I've actually been holding on to it enough that, oops, it's actually dentally become a video now because it infringed upon a higher system. So I think we'll square this away, and then let's move on to part 2 of the video, at which point we combine all of it together into one video. So, one sec. Yep, and then just to recap, because we are absolutely ready to move on to the next part, is I filmed a video where I was being joking about my partner who did something very sweet for me and who I feel way more strongly about then with good intention acquiesced when he said like, well, I'll handle this, just like don't make a video about it. I was like, you got it, I will not do anything about it, which was not the right move. And then I let it fester until it became a bigger problem because it's been bothering me so goddamn much for the past 2.5 weeks, and even now I'm making a video about it instead of talking to my boyfriend, partner, fish, Spec about it. Now I think let's talk a little bit about what that's like. Time for part 2. And part 2 is great. You guys are going to love part 2. And I'm moving the camera. Oh, no, I'm not. And part 2 is great. You guys are going to love part 2. Make the background just a little bit different, a little more blue, I think. It's part 2. Part 2 is blue. And interestingly, part 1 leads directly into part 2. They are linked. But thematically, they are linked in only one way. For the purposes of this video, there is one primary link. I am breaking a protocol right now. I have broken it already. Part 1 was forbidden. You were not supposed to hear that video. I was not supposed to tell you, by the way, no one call him the fish. I wasn't supposed to say that. You weren't supposed to. I broke a rule. That was bad. Oops. I said I wouldn't do it. He asked me not to do it, and then I did it anyway. I did that. I broke a rule. And not like a commandeering, like, I told you not to. It's like, no, that's just like we agreed. I didn't want to infringe on that. That's just something that was correct. I felt it too. It was a rule. It's something that we agreed on. I would not make a video addressing it. But it's actually a video where I'm addressing something else. Because I have gotten better at using my words. Quite a bit better, actually. Only the past few days, we've reached the new zone where when I fall into like a hole of my brain of some sort, I can just call him. Because he likes hearing me talk. He likes sifting through my problems with me because he has some kind of a special fish perspective. I don't know what to say. This guy's amazing. He just untangles me in ways I didn't even know that I was tangled. But I'll be like having a big problem because I'm a big problem kind of guy in my head. And then it's just like, no, not anymore. And there's been multiple times I've accidentally hurt him, and then he's the one who comforts me, and in the end we're both laughing about it somehow. Like, I don't get it. But I'm now at the point trusting the system, and I'm new to trusting people. I know it's taken me a while. He's been very patient and sweet with me. But now I call him when I'm in trouble in my head. Usually it's something pretty silly. And he's like, that's pretty silly. Or sometimes I'm in the middle of saying it. And I was like, wait, this seems pretty silly. And he's like, little bit. He's great for me. And it's kind of the new rule. Because he likes helping me out. I like helping him out. And then I'm trusting him. He gets a boyfriend who trusts him back. Like, it's a beautiful system. It's a relationship working at peak. It's awesome. Like, I used to need to put those things in a video because I used to not be able to trust myself to open up to people, and I used to not even have individual people to open up to in the first place. So the system has evolved, where now I can say all of these things to just one very special and important person to me, which feels like is the correct avenue to take. I'm at the point where I'm ready to come clean about, oh, by the way, remember that thing that you said I shouldn't do? And I'm ready for not making a video about it, not breaking that protocol we had instilled, and just talking about it. Honest to God conversation. This doesn't have to be a video. In the past, it would have been a video. My channel grew because of it. What I'm doing right now used to be the only way I had to process the sorts of things that I can now process directly with my boyfriend, which is more efficient and more... I don't know, it's just more appropriate, I guess. And part of it, too, though, is because he closed the system 2 days ago. We brought it back up somehow. It came up in conversation a little bit. We brushed right past it, though, and I said, well, actually... And then he's like, no, we've talked about it enough, and it was just going to be a sore subject to bring back up. In that moment, it was wrong. So I would still be worried about, like, bringing up a thing that he said we were closed on, but I can trust him and we can talk through problems. So that even would be a huge step forward too. That I know this is going to be kind of a delicate conversation to have, but it's one that we need to have because it's something I need to say, and I trust us both to be able to have that and walk away much better for it. But you'll notice dear viewer, kind viewer at home, if you're astute, you will notice. You would have had noticed by now. It is something, it would have been early on your docket. You would have noticed this, and then you would be noticing it now. And then even presently, you would look and be like, oh yes, I think I see into my future. I think I noticed something also. You're watching a video. No, I was told not to. I said I wouldn't. Yeah, I wasn't told not to, kind of. But we had decided I wouldn't, and then I did. And then we also have decided, and it's something that I even drove to, is like, I trust him. I want to open up to him, not to him and the world. I want to open up to him specifically. I trust that. We've been doing that the past handful of days to tremendous success. It's going great. I broke the rule earlier where I made a video, part of a video, that we agreed I would not make. Also, in the same video, right now, I'm breaking the other rule that we both agreed on, not like a rule, but I'm also making a video instead of talking to him. I broke two things. This video, two things I've done wrong. Yeah. I want to real quick interject. There's a mechanic by which this is okay, where I'm making this video, and all I've done is tell Spec that I'm making a video, by the way, and that he could watch if he wants to, but I'm making this offline. But point being is that it's just me right now, just making this video, and then I'm going to watch it with Spec. So if you see this, it's been ratified. So that's the only way I could make this video, is if I make it, but it's like, hey, I want to have a conversation with you in video form. But we've watched my videos before together. It's fine. It's cute. It feels egotistical, but, whatever. So it's okay. I do there is like things are going to be fine. But there's a few reasons I wanted to make this video. I needed to make this video, and I haven't needed to make a video for a while. This channel started with videos I need to make when I'm feeling so much that I have to get it out, and I put words to it. And then that's when people are like, oh wow, I like when, I think it was also Anime Coyote with the moped, but today on stream, I think it was today, or yesterday? Recently, someone was like, we like when you put emotions through the logic box, and I was like, that's a great way to put it. And that's all of my videos. When I have emotions, I like putting them through the logic box. That's what this video is, because I have a lot I'm feeling, and it has to get out. I love doing that. So get this real quick, though. The reason that this is a video in the first place is because I caught myself today imagining making a video about this. I imagined the first half of this video, basically. I was at work, I was thinking about making a video about it, and then I thought, well, I'll just call Spec instead, and we'll have a conversation like adults about it. I don't have to make a video about it, like I can just talk to my boyfriend. That's what spawned this part 2. Because maybe the video should be made after all. I have no idea why I did that. I just realized the sun was right there. That just sounded like a fun thing to do. I feel bad about it, but I'm keeping it in. A little bit for real, though. Because I've recognized I can just talk to my boyfriend about the things that are going on in my head. 100%. I can just do that. That's what I think I should do. It's kind of what I am doing, because I'm making a video first, and then we'll watch the video together. And then if he's like, yeah, sure, you can make that video, you can post it, it'll be like, awesome, posted. So it's talking to my boyfriend with an extra step. It requires a little bit more time, but it's important for me to do. People sometimes get stuff out of my videos, and then I also get stuff out of my videos. It's just what I get out of my videos is often the stuff that now I just get out of my relationship. I don't like viewing it transactionally that way, but in a one single 5-minute phone call with the love of my life, I receive what I would have received after 6 hours of contemplation, filming a video, editing it, watching it, thinking about it. Then I usually get some semblance of what a 5-minute phone call does today. And I used to only make these videos for me. I needed what these videos give me. I, at one point, had no other way to really untangle my emotions. No one was coaching me through my own emotions. So I had to make a video where I expressed everything using words as well as I could to describe a system which ultimately words are not sufficient to describe. So I could then watch my own words and comfort myself and receive some outside, like, as I'm outside of myself, what can I glean? And now I just have a partner who is outside of myself. Uh, and without needing to make these videos for myself for a really long time, I haven't known what to do with these videos. I haven't known how to proceed. More than anything, I recognize it is important to proceed with integrity. If I feel to my core that I must make this video, then so must this video be made. And to go along with that, I kind of think maybe I don't have to do things only for me. Because I'm in a dodgy space with this. I don't have any of the answers to the initial problem. I don't know if avoiding using the word the fish is correct, because I know that Spec enjoys when I call him the fish, and I love that too, but I don't want to normalize it, certainly not in the way that I have. And I also really don't want to trade on my relationship for content. I have a feeling that Spec, oddly enough, would be fine with me doing that, as we are heckin' cute, and the world could do more cute in it. We should just, I think the world would be a better place if we did cute things together. I don't want to trade on my relationship that way, but I don't know. And then right now, I expressed in video form, immortalized, that sorry I didn't bring up something that's been really bothering me for 2.5 weeks, and then also sorry that I brought it up publicly, that you said that we shouldn't, not that he said that we shouldn't do, but it's just, it's a strange decision to do what I decided to do. The way I'm doing it helps, but it is still strange. I made a video to show to my boyfriend instead of, hey boyfriend, let's just talk. It's odd, but I don't know. But there's a missing piece to it that today hit me really special. These videos are no longer for me. I don't need them. I sometimes like making fun videos, but a lot of those are also practice in making like a fun little podcast video or whatever, just dorking around making some videos, you know. But I hadn't known how to proceed when I didn't need the video to be for me. And it does help now that there's a community Discord server where people who like my videos can go and then we can all like hang out together. But even so, I don't know, because it was spoken to me that just people have enjoyed, like, as I put emotions through the logic box, and that's something I haven't been doing because I've been putting my emotions through my boyfriend instead. And I remember also that while I've always been getting something really selfish out of my entire YouTube endeavor, there has always been a seed of other people could get something from it as well. I mean, just from watching my videos, we understand there is a logic box, there are emotions, you can push them through it, and if you follow my logic, first of all, I'm so sorry. That's not a good brain to have. You have a messy life, and I'm so sorry, but we'll get through it together. But there's power to me in putting words to what you're feeling, manipulating what you're feeling, and understanding usually how it breaks, or at the very least, that it's messy. But it's okay for it to be messy, and you can't resolve something. You can't ever really resolve an emotion by putting it through the logic box. What usually happens is you can figure out that at some point it breaks, and then that's a new space for you to consider your emotional approach. And for me, at least, it really helps frame things a little bit differently. And I think that's a useful illustration. Like, some people get something out of that, and I used to get something out of that. So I think it's really important work to continue. And what I really want to do right now is come to a cute, like, what did we learn segment? Because I could think of a few things that we took away. Most chiefly, I broke 2 rules. I'm doing it in such a way that I'm paying respect to the spirit of the rules, where I can put something I said I wouldn't turn into a video if I don't publish it. By the same token, I can make something into a video that I said I'd talk about first, just not publish the video, and then we can watch the video together to then see, like, hey, is this okay? That's a good system. And I suppose that could illustrate out of the box thinking for solving problems. When there's a limitation you have, how can you wrap the limitation in solve the problem on contingency? So maybe the ultimate solution won't work. It's possible that I made this whole video and this is over an hour of filming. I don't even know when I chop it up. Like, this is a big boy. This is a long boy. And it would have been a 5-minute phone call. But I made a whole long boy, edited together the long boy, which is a solution to 2 pretty big problems. I mean, ultimately one problem, but I wanted to make a video about all of this because I want to be able to make these. So I brought a solution together where I made one, fully understanding Spec might not like this, and that's cool because I broke 2 rules in order to make this. So in which case, it's just in the trash, it goes nowhere. But that's like a lot of work, but it's also fun stuff to do. But you don't want to make a video and then have to throw it away. But if that's what it looks like to be able to make this video, and if this video's worth it, and if it's for the correct purpose, then it's worth it, at least this video was worth it, to make anyway. And then we'll see at the end, is this going to turn into a video or not? Like, I have no idea even. I'm just making this because it feels correct to make. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if there's a philosophy in that. That's one of the things I might say we could take away from this video, but there's like a million other things as well. I don't want to preach about it anymore. I'm ready to be done. This video has just kind of reached its point, and it's late, and my room gets really hot these days. It is becoming summer a little bit, and you can feel it even though it's only May, and I think something's gone very wrong with the world, and I don't have like an AC unit right now. So being in VR these days is just like, what is this boy doing? Get this boy out of VR. So it's time to get me out of VR. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I really do want to see more of this style of video again. My videos are often hit or miss, and I'll try to make a video because I feel like I should. And I try and put all of the elements into a video that I know typically go into my videos, but I don't always have my heart there, and there's a chance I'm a little bit more on target. I don't know. But today, and this video was just important enough to get out, and I think I found something that might work moving forward. So it's actually going to be really important if you guys let me know how you feel about this one. Because it's pretty much a new system. I filmed it offline. I'm talking about something that I trust to talk to my boyfriend with first. And that's what I would do, because that's the appropriate channel to take. And then when it's ratified, or after we've talked about it, if I have to add an addendum or something like that, like, I don't know. And maybe I'll be making videos that won't see the light of day at all. I don't know. But if you see this video, then my beautiful partner, love of my life, ratified it and said, yes, you can send that out into the world. And I don't know if it's a system I'll want to pursue more frequently just for no reason. But if anyone out there got specific use out of this, out of any of this that I've said, out of part 1 or part 2 or what have you, please let me know, because that's going to let me know that other people do get something out of these videos, so that I can make these videos for other people who like to have them, because on my own, I don't need to make this, and it puts me in a really strange place. I don't know exactly what place, but there is a strange energy to it. It's a strange system that officially involves people who are not only me. And those people are you who enjoy the videos. So please, if you enjoy the video, let me know on this one specifically. This is an important one. I don't do a lot of like call to actions and stuff like that. But please let me know, because that's the only way I'll know that we're onto something. Because I think I am. But also, this is a very strange way to tell your boyfriend, hey, by the way, 2.5 weeks ago I was a little bitch and I haven't said anything all that time since then. So I'm going to say something now, but in a video that's probably like what, an hour long or something like that. Like there has to be something else in the system in order for this video to be the thing it needs to be. And I've done all that I can do to make this video what I think it needs to be. So now you let me know if this video was what it needed to be also. But now I've killed the outro. This is too much of an outro. I gotta stop talking. So I am gonna go. I'm gonna get out of VR, and I didn't even fill up my water bottle very much. I'm tanking the intro. It was such a good video. It was like smooth landing. We were on there. We were on the way. Smooth landing. Runway. Heck yeah. Beautiful landing on the runway. And then the brakes are kind of like, but you can't win them all. Can't win them all. Except for this one. We won this one. Talk to you guys later.